Welcome back to another video, everyone. So if you've been subbed to the channel for a while, chances are you've seen a video about time travelers, because I've done quite a few of them at this point. If you can't tell through the conspiracy series or the ghost videos and parodies that I do, I'm into this stuff. Now granted, the ones that I do take a look at are like the fakest, obvious, just the funniest things that I can parody and react to basically, but I am interested in the serious stuff as well. Well anyway, there's a channel that I've looked at multiple times in the past. I've actually spoken to the people that run it or used to run it. I'm not sure if they still do now. They seem like great people and everything, but what they do is they basically run a channel which is like a hub for time travelers. It's just full of all these self-proclaimed time travelers from all these different time periods. They come back and they go to ApexTV to tell their story. I don't know what happened, but they didn't upload anything for an entire year until last week. They came through with a video called He's Been Living Inside the Walls. So go check that out if that sounds interesting to you. But it reminded me of a certain time traveler, a certain video that we looked at probably about half a year ago at this point. It was a 2018 video where the time traveler was telling us all the things that were going to happen in 2019, 2020, and the following years to come after that. And in it, he said that World War III was going to start in 2020, and that video blew up last year because World War III was like an actual... It wasn't an actual thing, but with the events that happened at the beginning of 2020, a lot of people just assumed it was going to happen. So that video blew up last year because everyone was like, oh shit, I guess it's happening. It didn't happen.
We stopped it.
And I thought I'd do an update to the video I did 6 months ago where we can take a look back at this video and see what other predictions he got wrong. I think I might take a look at the part 2 as well, because they did a part 2, just like a follow-up when that other video started to gain a lot of traction, and I never looked at that one, so we'll see what he says about that afterwards. One of the predictions we looked at in the previous video that I made is that there was a limited nuclear exchange in 2019 apparently, and I think there was some sort of like false alarm with that, but that didn't happen, especially when he said that America fired back at them and killed Kim Jong-un. That never happened. He's still there.
Kim Jong-un was no more at that point, and well, not his government was taken out.
Well, he said that's what it sounds like he's saying when he says Kim Jong-un was no more at that point. And then he said World War III started in 2020 because of that. So I don't know why anyone believed his prediction in the first place, because all the like World War III worry that happened in 2020 had nothing to do with North Korea.
China and Russia were against the UK.
He also predicts that a very massive 10.2 magnitude earthquake hits California in 2022. So I can't prove that one wrong yet, but we can prove nearly everything else wrong.
With rising sea levels, that did cause California and surrounding areas to be flooded and to no longer be habitable for people. People had to...
Oh, okay, well, just the end of California in 2022, I guess. Well, yeah, I can't see that happening even as a coincidence, but we'll see.
Donald Trump, he clung to power for 2 terms.
Right, that's another prediction that you got wrong. Now, this ain't no political which one is better, but Joe Biden is the president now, so this is a prediction that you got wrong. Apparently, he tried for 3 as well, and I don't think... I did see a thing on Twitter a few days ago, it was the hashtag Trump2024. Now, I always thought that if you're a president and then you lose, I didn't think you could ever be a president again after that. Maybe, what do I know, I'm British. I'm British because the stupid Americans threw the tea in the ocean! But I always thought that was the case. So I don't know what all that was about, because I just saw the hashtag, I didn't even look at it, but yeah, unless that's a thing that you can do, I think this prediction was wrong. And it's pretty clear he's talking about it as if like he did 1 and then he won again and then he tried for 3. Well, I think that's enough to prove that this time traveler's predictions were all kinds of wrong. Nearly all of this stuff didn't happen. However, they did do a part 2. Again, World War III details. So let's see what he had to update nearly 2 years later from that original video.
My previous video gained views to date, and also got attention from media around the world.
Why does it sound like he's laughing after he says that? Like, just listen to that.
Around the world.
I think he's laughing about how they really took him seriously and believed his claims. And numerous articles were written about my time travel predictions.
The events of World War III, thankfully, have been averted. We stopped it.
Oh, yes! Michael Phillips thought, World War III, I'm going to have to intervene.
I previously spoke of the impeachment of Donald Trump, the President of the United States this time. This is now taking place.
I believe he said it happened after he did 2 terms and then tried for the 3rd one, then it happened.
He clung to power for 2 terms, tried for 3. However, he was impeached and he was finally got rid of.
So yeah, you're right, but you're also wrong.
So that is another verifiable fact that proves I am indeed from the future.
What about the fact that you didn't tell us anything about the coronavirus? Probably like the most useful thing you could have told us about 2 years before it happened.
Michael McIntosh, he is the president in 2024. His presence has now been made fairly clear.
This might be it then, I guess.
Elon Musk of SpaceX has started his efforts towards reaching Mars. This is regarded previously.
Oh, he's been doing that for a long ass time at this point. Well, anyway, that's the end of it, really. Look, guys, at the end of the day, right, there's so many of these predictions that you got wrong. But the biggest thing isn't that you got a bunch of them wrong. It's actually the fact that you just didn't say anything about the coronavirus. You know, perhaps like the biggest thing that he could have ever warned us about. If he said even just virus, he didn't even have to say the name of it. If he just said pandemic, people would probably still be looking at it now like, oh my god, he's a real time traveler. Because that's the key with faking time traveler videos. You have to be very vague. The more detailed you go into it, the more wrong you can be about it. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people that do believe this. But that's going to put an end to this arc on the channel, I think. Unless like a 10.2 magnitude earthquake happens next year in California and the whole thing is submerged and everyone has to move out, then maybe we'll make an update video like, oh, you know what, that was pretty accurate. Or maybe, just maybe, he is indeed a time traveler and he really did stop World War III. But I think it's just fake. Again, shout out to the guys at ApexTV. They made their grand return about a week ago. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to post next, and I hope they don't go on another year break. Maybe that's proof that they're actually real time travelers. Oh, no one's coming back. We can't make videos. But that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.